Hello guys, today I'm going to talk about hardware and software. When you think about your computer, it divides into two. The first part is your hardware part and the second part is your software part. Let me talk about hardware first. Hardware is the mechanical part of your computer, which means your keyboard, which means your mouse, RAM, or mainboard or display. Those are all includes in hardware part. Let me talk about them. The RAM part is the way while you are working, you are using your RAMs. RAMs is the temporary part of your computer, and when you are doing something in a temporal way, you are using your RAMs. Let me talk about hard disk. When you save something or when you use something more longer way, you should use your hard disk. Hard disk is the way that you store that you can store your documents or your pictures and more. And display is the main part of your computer, I guess, because when you're doing something, if you don't have enough display, you don't know them, and this is why display is very important. Also, the main board and CPU is those can change your laptop speed. Also, those are very important. Let me talk about software. Software is the part that you can do with the hardware, because if you don't have enough hardware to make another software, you cannot easily create a software, because uh, is software means your applications, means you means that when you're working on something, or when you're using an application, you're using a software. Everything includes in software, I guess, because just for opening your laptop you're using a software, or just for writing and document in Word, you should use another software. Hardware and software is very similar, because when they combine, they became a laptop, and the laptop can give you everything that you want. And after that video you will see another video, and that will include more easier and more funnier way. Thank you for listening me. See you guys. Bye. Wait. Before that video, I'm gonna talk about Vektör and Bitmap. Firstly, I'm gonna talk about vector graphics. Vector graphics is the graphics that you made with curves and the lines. Uh, by using those curves and lines, you can be able to draw a picture or made a picture for you. And these vector graphics are mainly used with curves and lines, as I told you before, and these curves and lines combines and makes a picture for you. This is the one that called Vektör. And the bitmap graphics based on pixels, and pixels based on dots, and the dots, when you combine dots you have pixels, and when you combine pixels you have the bitmap graphics. The bitmap graphics, while using bitmap, you won't be able to use curves and lines. You can use them, but the main part of bitmap graphics you won't use them. But when you want to change something in your bitmap graphic, you can use curves and lines, of course. Bitmap graphics based on the feeling that you have in a photography or in something that you work on. Feelings includes resolution, and when you see something in a good resolutionary way, that is called bitmap graphics. And in vectoral ones, when you call it vector, you can easily understand that vectors based on lines cannot work as dots or pixels, but they are more more easy to use because you can change the way of your curve, or you can change the way of your line. That gives you more accessibility, and that gives you more freeness movement when you're doing your job or doing your Photoshop in Based. There is no resolutionary, you won't use any resolutionary when you use vectoral ones, because vectoral ones are the ones that includes more quality and that includes more resolution. And Vector and Bitmap graphics, they're all okay, I guess, and you can all use them, but if you ask me which one is better, I will prefer Vector graphics. And for those graphics, you can use Inkscape. I will tell more free way of using any graphic program. Inkscape is a nice software, and you can use it more easily than the other programs, and it is also free. You can use Inkscape. You can use Inkscape, or you can use Adobe Illustrator. They're nearly same, but I prefer Adobe version because when you have an Adobe graphics, you can use it in another Adobe product, and it can give you more accessibility. And also DAW Studio, GIMP, and I can tell more graphic programs, but Adobe Illustrator and Inkscape is the mostly liked ones, and they are easy to use, and they don't have any quality problems. They don't have any resolution problems, of course. You can use your Vector and Bitmap graphics with using those software products. As I told you before, after that video you will see another video. That video explains Bitmap, Vector, hardware and software in a more easier and more funnier way. Thank you for listening me. See you guys. Bye bye.
What are the computer components? Relax. The computer components are hardware and software. Please, can you give me more details? Computer hardware such as mouse, keyboard, monitor. Great. What is software?
Software can display things on monitor.
Play games on monitor. Coloring and drawing. Typing and photo. Internet to explore world and chat with friends. Thank you. I understand now what are the components of computer.